So welcome back everyone, Mike here. It is just a beautiful evening here in western Pennsylvania. Although they are calling for more rain, I think starting tomorrow afternoon, Friday, Saturday, I don't even know. What I'm hoping for is that maybe after Christmas or even the first of the year, it just gets cold and stays cold. At least that way things will freeze up and you can get some things done. When it's real sloppy like this, there's not a whole lot you can do. But I've been chomping at the bit to kind of break in this Stihl MS 880. And that's exactly what we're going to do here this evening. I'll show you what the book recommends, and we're going to try to stick to that as best we can. Get this thing broke in, and then hopefully next week I got a real big oak that's down out there in the woods. I'll tear into that. But this evening we're going to go out and maybe cut up I got a couple cherry trees, some things like that. Huge saw, small trees, but we'll just take it easy, kind of run it 3/4 throttle, get her broken in, and we'll go from there. So here's what the manual says. A factory new machine should not be run at high revs for the first 3 tank fillings. This avoids unnecessarily high loads during the break-in period. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I got a couple cherry trees out there. They're not real big. We'll fell them, buck them up, and just kind of take it easy and get a feel for this thing. But before I do that, I have a smaller bar. I'm going to throw that on there to make this thing a little bit more manageable. It's got a 4-foot bar on it right now. And that's a handful. So the one that I'm going to put on it really isn't that much smaller. It's a 3-footer. But let me throw that on and we'll head out to the woods, fire this thing up. All right, 3-foot bar looks a little bit more manageable. We'll see. I'll go get the side-by-side, load up all my gear, and we'll head out in the woods. Just fits in there with a 3-foot bar. That's a real nice cherry log right there. I will save that for the future sawmill. I'm still researching those, by the way. But look way over there. There's a red oak, a cherry, and 2 maples down over there. And some that are still standing with the tops knocked out. There's probably 3 or 4 cords of firewood just right over that little section. That ice storm really did a number on the trees in these woods. So I came partway back to the house where I was working on that cherry tree. That's at the very back side of the property. And if you were to go maybe another 300 or 400 yards, there's a road down there and one house. And they got a couple dogs. They saw me up in the woods, and I didn't think you wanted to hear them yapping the whole time while I'm talking. So anyway, I came up here, but I think we kind of confirmed what we already knew. The MS-880 is an absolute powerhouse. However, for felling trees and cutting up firewood here in Western Pennsylvania, you probably don't need one. I know you don't need one, and you probably wouldn't even want one. That thing would wear you out. It is definitely kind of a specialty chainsaw for really big trees, or for a chainsaw mill, or, you know, cutting big stumps off or things like that. But for felling trees, unless you got some really big trees, you don't need the MS-880. I really like the MS-362 that I use. It's lightweight, it's fast, it does everything I need here. But what I'm going to do with that 880 is I'll probably run it. I ran just 1 tank of fuel through it tonight. I'll probably do that 1 or 2 more times, and then I have a real big oak tree that went down in the ice storm, and the 880 will be very handy for that tree. And we'll just kind of run her wide open and see what it does. I'll put that 4-foot bar back on it and see how it does. But so far I'm very impressed with it. I'm telling you, that thing, I can't say it enough. When you're holding that thing and running it, I mean, it's frightening. It is. It's got tons and tons of power. It's quite a chainsaw. So if you didn't see the first video I did on that saw, I'll put it up above here, but I kind of went over all the specs and everything in that one if you want to check that out. And something else I wanted to mention. Things are going really well with the channel, and we really appreciate everybody that watches this channel and comments and interacts and offers suggestions and ideas, and it's just all good. We've been gaining about 5,000 new subscribers each month. But what's happening is you have all these new people coming in, and it's kind of like coming in the middle of the movie. So they ask a lot of questions, and we do our best to answer them. However, a lot of those things have been covered in previous videos. So I've been getting a little bit better organized, and I started making playlists. So at the end of this video, you'll see here, 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 and here, there'll be 4 things you can click on, but 4 different playlists. Like I have one just for chainsaws, you know, comparing different models, even battery powered saws, how to sharpen your chainsaw, steel 2-in-1 sharpener, testing chainsaw chaps. That's all in the chainsaw group. I've got like 30 some videos just cutting firewood, different things like that. I've got one just on the RK tractors. I've got a playlist for, you know, like how-to videos for tractor attachments. And all my titles are pretty accurate. I don't really use clickbait and things like that. So, you know, if you're looking how to use a land plane, or you're thinking of buying one, you can just go on that playlist and you'll find, you know, search for land plane and it'll pop right up. But anyway, that's it. So if you want to check those playlists out, please do. And like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button, click subscribe, and when you do, hit the little bell icon, you'll get notifications, and share them with your friends. Thanks.